good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, whenever, however you all are. Welcome to Toxic Tuesday, episode 197, and the final one of the Bond month, the 007 edition we do traditionally on November for the Pierce Brosnan run. And it just seemed to make sense to start this one backwards. And I'm really glad that we did. We're closing out with Goldeneye. Normally, with the tradition we had done with Connery, Moore, Dalton, we went in order properly, even though we skipped two movies, The Lazenby, the bonus Connery. This seemed like a thing to do a little bit different, and I'm glad that we did. So tonight we're going to have some fun, and then the countdown's going to begin to episode 200. 200! Holy macaroni! Let's acknowledge those dudes in our chat. Over on the Rumble side, we have Mr. Toback there. How you doing, Toback? Welcome, sir. Great to see you here. And for those of you who like to have it both ways, you can do that. You can do that here. So this is where we are rumbling on Rumble. Okay? And let's acknowledge our dudes. K. Roberts 8866. How's it going? Darth Viewer. D-Bud Martin. Hello, Corellian Rogue. How's it going? Vulcan Liz. How's it going? Hello, hello. Welcome, gentlemen. And to all you lurkers out there, I know the buys will pile on in here some more, but we're going to get this show moving. It's just going to be the Motorhead trio tonight of Lemmy, Mickey D, and Phil Campbell. I'm Lemmy. You can make the argument that Mark is Mickey D and that 70s is Phil Campbell. I'd say that'd be about right. Are you doing John Woo movies sometimes? Suzanne Kramer, hail to you. We did do Hard Target a while back. Jean-Claude Van Damme. That was a John Woo movie. Maybe one day, though, we will do that. Another John Woo movie. I think that's definitely an inevitability, if you will. Hey, hello, ActionCom. How you doing? But yeah, keep your eyes and ears open and welcome to the show. I don't feel like I've seen your name here before, but buckle up and enjoy the ride as we're going to talk some 007. But let's bring the band on in here since we are Motorhead tonight. And we're not playing rock and roll. We're playing 007. Is that right? That 70s rock fan?
I'm pretty sure you just called me filthy.
Oh, Filthy Taylor. But he's
Filthy
a
Phil.
too.
No, Filthy Phil. Which one? There's more than one Phil, so yes.
Yeah.
You can get your fill with Motorhead. That's what you can get your fill. Yes. Good evening. I'm holding 12 inches of Goldeneye in my hands.
Oh,
the laser disc.
In your hands. That looks
the laser
really
disc,
nice in your hands.
which I got recently for like next to nothing.
It's really wide in your hands.
It
you know
is,
that?
and
Like,
it even doubles in girth when you open it like that.
Whoa, guys!
Look at the girth in that.
You need to have some eyes wide at that.
Yeah.
At how wide it is in your hand.
Yes, I'm very happy. I can't play it, but I can hold it in my hand.
Hey, sometimes
I can't play with it, but I can hold it in my hand.
Sometimes being able to hold it in your hand is just enough.
Indeed, the laser disc of Goldeneye.
Yeah,
very nice.
What's up, Jonathan Maga? How you doing, dude? Thanks for being here. But 70s. Before we bring on the Mickey D, how are you, sir?
Mickey D's here.
Oh, you're Mickey. I said Mark was Mickey D. You were Phil Campbell. But if you want to be Mickey D, you can be Mickey D. So then we got to bring on Phil Campbell then. But how are you?
No, I'll be any. I would just be privileged to be in that orbit.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you want to be privileged. That makes me feel good to know that.
Yeah, it was so girthy, wasn't it, D-Bud?
Oh, dude.
It was wide. Good. Never mind the quality, feel the width.
What's up, Gilk man? How you doing, buddy? Nah, dude, yes.
I like Julian Glover.
Bring in the knowledge. Yes, I love it.
I'm sure we'll be seeing a clip of him later at some point.
Oh,
with his swimming trunks on or whatever it was.
I'm betting on it. All right, let's bring on Mickey D, and he's got blackface like me. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I got the cover. Oh, let me see. Stop. There we go. I'm editing.
Oh, I thought you were gonna blackface it.
Oh, we don't want to do that. My goodness gracious, yeah.
Oh, but I think you wanted to. I think y'all really wanted to.
'70s gold member was beautiful there. Wow,
It
that
was
I
very
love that.
nice,
Remember,
wasn't
his
it?
gold member was beautiful. You just said
Yes.
live on stream that his gold member was
Yeah,
beautiful.
one of these days I'll find a Laserdisc player and
Oh,
I
the
can actually see if it
Goldeneye. Oh,
works.
the Goldeneye. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, I thought it
Yes.
was a gold member.
Golden thigh, wasn't it? Golden
The
thigh.
golden
Leading to the gold member.
Remember the time when we were supposed to do a stream on Gold? I think it was Goldfinger,
Yeah.
and Mark got the wrong
The man with the
slideshow
golden
for the
gun.
man with the golden
Golden
gun. Oh man, that is still an all-timer.
Oh shit! I should have done that. I should have done that again tonight.
You should have, yeah.
Hold up the
You
man. What do you
really
mean we're not
should've.
doing the man with the man with the
man
golden
with the-
gun?
Yeah.
I remember just being like, okay, the man
Okay.
with the gold. I'm like, I'm like, I thought you were pranking me. I'm like, what is he? Like this? Maybe this. I'm like, maybe this is Mark's just trying to
The
prank
man
me.
with the
You were
the man,
dead
the
serious.
man
I was
who
dead
was
serious.
fingered by the golden eye.
Oh man!
And then I clipped the movie on the fly during the show.
You did.
That was impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even for me.
it was insane.
Only you could have done that.
Yeah.
It was a moment. It was a toxic Tuesday moment.
I'm like, give me
Seriously.
5 minutes. I'm gonna clip. I kept clipping as I went. I was watching the movie behind the scene. That was
Oh,
crazy. Yeah, because I felt bad too. I'm like, yeah, oh shit.
Yeah,
we need some members to look at, right? So we
some
needed
members
some.
to look at. You hear that? Truer words have not been spoken by Mark D with a C.
Yeah, and you can become a
Mhm.
channel member here too, right?
Oh,
We should have done a gold member icon for tonight. Yeah.
Oh, man, a gold member emoji.
Someone can do a. Somebody will do a.
Maybe I'll do a Bond emoji. That's a
Maybe
good
somebody will
Yeah.
do a meme. Somebody needs to do a gold member meme.
idea.
Or
Yeah,
someone send Nick an
out there.
icon tonight if you
Somebody
can.
out
Yeah,
there.
any of those talented graphical artists out there in the chat.
Yeah. Somebody unlike us, somebody that's talented.
Yeah.
We would like it 300 by 300 pixels with 16 cut. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this was this one's considered universally the best
considered by
Brosnan.
many the best Brosnan. I'll go into
Yeah.
at the end of the show where my ranking it is on it. But is it considered by many to be one of the best Brosnan, and if not one of the best Bond movies of all time? Yeah, it's clear that there's a
Yeah.
lot of critical and fan acclaim on this one.
It was
It's
great when it came out.
one of the
yeah.
few where it's not based off of anything, even if it's just name only. This is a very original Bond idea for GoldenEye, even though there was
Yeah.
Ian Fleming himself did encounter something similar akin to it, which we'll talk about during the show.
Yeah.
That's a whole other life experience. But this
Funny.
was a very pivotal movie because at the time it was the longest gap for the franchise to have between movies because we're talking 1989
6
to
years.
1995.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were arguing over the rights to who owned Bond, and then the company was being sold, and then they were the Broccoli, Bond holding company was arguing about, they were going to sell Bond on the cheap to help pay for selling the company. So, yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and then Timothy Dalton, like he could have stayed as Bond, and he'd let the contract expire, and they wanted him for this movie. So he kind of was like, "Oh, I'm done with it after 2 movies." So, and I love the Brosnan Bond, but I thought, I thought Timothy Dalton was excellent too. I think
He was
Brosnan has a better Bond look. Like Dalton's more rugged, but I guess it depends on what you like. I can see Brosnan seems more like the ladies' man. Dalton's probably closer to what Bond was in the books, but still a handsome dude. I guess, right? We could say that among us. We're confident enough.
You're on Toxic Tuesday.
Yeah,
Why
I
are
can
you
say that.
holding back?
Timothy Dalton is also a good-looking dude, right? Yeah. So
Right? You're not gonna hear about how dare you.
how dare you? How dare you call him a guy?
Do you prefer
He's not a
rugged
good
men or smooth men, Mark? This is the question.
All right.
I don't know if I could bear it.
Before we continue on about what Mark can bear and not bear, Mr. Cypher Chaos became a channel member, and he didn't just become a member, dude. Cypher Chaos became a huge member. Like, holy crud! It's gigantic, guys. Thank you, Cypher Chaos, for becoming a huge member, man. I'm glad to know that we have balls to the wall members. We have huge members, and they have even bigger than huge members with the Dolph Lundgren members. It's just we have 3 sizes of members here, and there's a place for all of them on here. So thank you.
Nick was just imagining the Dolph member, and
That's why he had to lick his lips when he said it, though.
He'd never seen anything so big.
I was just so blown away by his membership. So I was just so blown away by what he had to offer becoming a
good
huge
man.
member. So
Good for
thank you,
him.
sir, for doing that. Appreciate it. And by the way, Sunday morning, if not afternoon, I will be doing, for the first time maybe ever, I will be doing a second member stream within the month. Because usually I get to one a month, but I will be able to do a second one at the end of the month. So that'll be Sunday morning, if not around afternoon. So we're talking 11, 12-ish. So you guys got nothing going on that Sunday? Please come hang out. And if you're a channel member, well, you can come hang out on the panel. It'll probably go for like 90 minutes, 2 hours at most. An Action Com for $2 says, can we watch Brosnan's Diet Coke commercials? We might have to consider that during the show. That, you send $2, and worst comes worst, I can just get hit and remove it later. So I think you have a wish is your command. We'll do it during the show, my man. All right. Meanwhile, Mark's going to whip it out on us for the screen, which he just did with the Goldeneye sliding. Oh, dude. Sorry for chaos. You're just being psycho-style Mike Muir. What is this? Gifting 5 memberships. Oh, dude. I don't have a word not worthy clip, but I will gladly say thank you. That's just insane. You
must have a clip to do with large penises somewhere. Come on.
Well, that's the least I could give.
I saw you strip down for that hot tub.
His dick's not small.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Huge! It's gigantic. Gigantic.
Thank you, Cypher Chaos, for gifting 5 memberships that are quite huge. I must say, we might have some of the best members here. Some of the best. I didn't say it. All right. Anyways, let's actually talk about Goldeneye. So, yeah. Oh, let me get my Orangina up. So, I almost forgot to get my Orangina up. There you go.
I have to say, we were all very excited about this movie. As I recall, a new Bond. The excitement levels were high. Members were aloft.
Oh, members were aloft. So this was the first. I think this was the first Bond movie or sub. It was either this or Thunderball, and I always say Thunderball because my dad was a huge fan of it. And I know Tomorrow Never Dies was my first theater Bond movie, so I don't remember the order which I saw Goldeneye or Thunderball, but this was definitely one of my first, and so naturally I gravitate to him because this is the Bond of the current time at the time, so that was easy for me to be like, oh hey, cool. And then I remember when the Goldeneye video game came on Nintendo 64, and that wasn't just a video game, that was a cultural phenomenon.
That game was phenomenal. I was talking to my son about it today, and because we both
Still
played
gets
it back in the
talked
day.
to this day.
Brilliant game. He thinks Tomorrow Never Dies is his favorite Pierce Brosnan, though.
Yeah, it's our buddy D-Bud.
That's his favorite Pierce Brosnan movie.
That's it. Yeah, that's D-Bud's as well. I'll say mine at the end of stream. I won't say which one is my favorite Brosnan one, but I'm going to say at the end of the stream. But Goldeneye, between the movie, the game, and then what I'd seen in Thunderball, it definitely was the stuff that made me a James Bond fan. I remember like a lot of like kids my age, all the guys like, oh, dude, James Bond is like fucking sweet, man. Like they love the game. And it actually got them to look at some of the movies. I remember a lot of guys my age when we were going to see like The World Is Not Enough in theaters. We were all guys who played the GoldenEye game. So it was one of those things where there was a time where that crossover promotion did work. And what a perfect combination, because guys like shooting games, guys like seeing a guy movie. It was smart marketing 101, and it worked. But I remember this scene blew me away.
It was a great opener to bring this franchise back to,
Oh, yeah. The fact that he does
this freaking amazing.
This big dive, and he has a stunt double for scene because obviously you don't want to take the chance of Pierce Brosnan
This is a
being
pretty
the
dangerous
star.
stunt.
Yeah. he did this in one take. He did this in one take, the stunt double, and he was really concerned about screwing it up.
The stunt double was a bit concerned though by the fact they could see all the dead bodies of the previous stuntmen at the bottom of the van.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man, that's too good. But
and they can only use the rope one time. Like each time they had this
Mhm.
bungee cord, and the watching the making of the movie, and they said the director was kind of like a tyrant too, but in a good way. Like
Mm.
he was really driving everyone, and he would yell and swear all the time. Like they're showing in the sets, like he's like F this, F that. But Brosnan was like, but he was trying to get the best out of everyone. So
yeah,
even though he was kind of crazy, and the stunt doubles like. All I could think about, if I can't get this gun out at the end of the shot, which is really tough because he does that all in one take. He does the dive and pulls the gun out, and he's like, "I better get it out, or the director's going to yell at me." Not that I'm like worried about dying.
He earned his £15 of daily pay that day.
What I want to mention about that scene was not only did it blow me away because of what he achieved in that moment and the fact that he actually did it. But I like that there's no music to dramatize it. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love it when scenes have that. It works for the context of the story. You want it to feel like a grand, epic moment, but it just went for the other silent moment. And there's something that felt that much more breathtaking about
I agree.
having it
Absolutely.
like a silent film for a moment. Just as you see him go down,
gives it the right impact.
I went silent for a second there, and I'm like, wait, he got muted.
I'm gonna sound innuendo for a second, but it made the scene feel a lot deeper. Like when you see him going down, like everything about that's really gay. But
so every time Pierce Brosnan goes down, there's no music. Is what you're saying.
Oh man, I love the way they build up to when we inevitably see like his full face, like we see like the back of his head, we see the eyes, we see his shadow. I thought
James
weird that they were buttering you up to see the new Bond even in the movie. Like if you're going to say this, it's a new Bond, but the fact that in the movie they were setting you up for him as well, I thought that was really cool. The quick build to the unveiling of the new James Bond, and I'm not sure if this was done intentionally. I've tried looking into this in the last week, and I cannot find anything on it. But I feel like there are certain angles in this movie where I felt he looked a little bit like Dalton. I felt like that was done intentionally. Do you know? Obviously, if you put them together, you can tell there's the difference between the two. But I felt like there are some parts where I felt like they needed him to be recognizable.
Is it the hairstyle?
Because I feel like the hair made it, because his hair's a bit bushier in this movie compared to the other movies. If you remember, Timothy Dalton had more bushier hair as well.
He had a big bush.
It made me think, I wonder if they were trying to maintain the like a smoother transition, like, hey, can you grow out your hair a little bit? Just so people in case some people somehow don't know we have a new Bond, it kind of smooths the transition a little bit. Once again, I've tried looking at it. It seems like there's nothing to base it off of, or it could just been all natural happenstance. But I feel like there was definitely a bit of a try to keep him recognizable at the very least. Yeah. But dude,
so it was actually nice though at this point that they'd now gone around the entire British Isles for Bond. They'd had an Englishman as Roger Moore, a Scotsman, Sean Connery, a Welshman, Timothy Dalton, and now an Irishman with Pierce Brosnan. Well, forget the Australian that did one, but so they'd all the British Isles had played Bond now.
Is that crazy? Yeah, they've covered the globe.
They've covered the globe.
Yeah, they've covered the
globe. This, of course, is pre-Sean. This is pre-Sean Bean meme of Sean Bean dies and everything. Maybe they started the meme. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it did. Maybe it did.
I was very disappointed when it turned out he was a baddie. Oops, spoiler alert.
Oh no,
it was because I like Sean Bean. Everybody likes Sean Bean.
Well, yeah, because Sean Bean's a likable man, so
Indeed.
it's a big deal.
For England, James, for England,
dude. Yeah, I remember thinking, "Whoa, this is a big two." Because when I got into this movie, I think about a year or two later, maybe I think I was when I discovered Metal Gear Solid 1. I was discovered Tom Clancy. So obviously, I'm in a point in my life where spy thriller type of stuff is like all the rage. And I like how I've noticed with the music in this movie, it's a bit more moodier, a bit more somber. There's some dramatic, epic parts, but it's nowhere as dominant in this movie. I feel like that was another cool thing they went for, is a lot more of like these like dark sounds, where it was more like subtle and not as upfront. But when you heard it, you're like, oh, that definitely adds to the eeriness, because it's clear that Dalton was going to do this movie. So now did I assume that they were trying to maintain a little bit of the look that Dalton had, but because Dalton's 2 movies had a little bit of a more mature tone, they were trying to carry that over into this, since they assumed he was going to be in this movie. And obviously Brosnan basically did a Dalton movie, but did the Dalton movie very well. He was still doing Sharp during this time. He's a Sharp guy. All right, I'm re-showing my age here, or lack thereof. But you guys got to tell me what is the Sharp?
Sharp is a TV show that Sean Bean starred in a number of seasons of, set during the Napoleonic Wars. And he was in Sharp. Well, he was expert rifleman, I believe. I did watch them all, so forgive me, it's been a while. And he was an enlisted man, but he saved Wellington's life. So he was promoted to become an officer and put in charge of a team of riflemen or whatever, sharpshooters, whatever. And so he was like a fish out of water, because he was just an ordinary guy, but he was made an officer. So it follows him throughout the Napoleonic Wars. I think they're fighting in Spain to start with, and so on. Pete Postlethwaite was his nemesis in that. He was like a guy who really hated Sean Bean and was a real shit in it. So he was the bad guy, one of the bad guys. So great show, Sharp, really good show. And it brought Sean Bean it wasn't the first thing he'd done, but it made him famous in Britain anyway. It was a big popular show, a great show. The people in the chat will remind me if I got any of the details.
He's like, everyone in the chat but me is familiar with it. I'm like, wow.
It was based on a book series, yeah. But if I misstated any of that, let me know. But because I haven't watched it since it was out in the 90s, early 90s.
Okay.
But it was a great show, and Sean Bean was tremendous in it, because he had to mingle with all the officers, but he wasn't an officer. He was a foul mouth or a rough and ready enlisted man that had been promoted above that. So he was a bit like, fuck you, and they were all toffs and he wasn't, But anyway, he was an expert soldier and sharpshooter.
They're referring to the Sharp's rifle?
I don't actually remember. I mean, Sharp was his name, but
I don't know that.
But I think it was a pun on it, because he was a sharpshooter.
I
think.
Like Bret Hart.
I mean, people will correct me, because I never read the books. I just saw the show when it was on.
You never read a book?
I've read lots of books. I've never heard of the
show either.
But I've not. Well, it was bloody good.
Bloody good. Okay.
It was a good show, and it made Sean Bean a star. He was a star because of it.
Oh, okay. Bro, isn't it crazy we get back-to-back wild stunts? First we get the jumping off, and then also we get him riding the motorcycle off the freaking hill and then going for the plane so he can ride the plane. I'm like, holy shit, man. You had 2 wild, death-defying stunts in 10 minutes? Maybe 5 minutes?
Right.
Like, holy shit. And don't forget, obviously, he saw his partner die. So I'm like, holy crap, we're in the first few minutes and everything in their mother happened in the first 10 minutes. In today's movies, that would have been spread out over 3 movies. We just saw all this shit in 10 minutes. Insane. Absolutely insane. And 70s is getting it up for us.
That's what it looked like in the show Sharp.
All right, I'm going to bring my orangina down.
So this is the TV show he was in, Sharp. That's what he looked like.
Oh, yeah. I recognize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
wasn't
Sharp
in the
dressed
Lord of
man.
the Rings?
Well, this was well before Lord of the Rings.
I'm aware, but wasn't he in the Lord of the Rings? I feel
he was, yes. He was in the first one.
Yeah.
He was a very naughty boy until he redeemed himself. Right.
Tried to steal the ring.
Yeah.
Okay. this is my one big issue I have had with the Brosnan series in these movies is that if I have had one consistent complaint throughout the series, it is the opening representative tracks of the movies. I'm not wild about the Tina Turner Goldeneye the same way I was not wild about Sheryl Crow. The same way I absolutely really reviled Madonna's Die Another Day. And the irony is, I like the Garbage song, even though I'm not a Garbage fan. I like that song that they did for The World Is Not Enough. But man, they really, I like the opening credits. I like that you got, see ladies knocking over commie logos. That's all cool and shit. I like that. It's all badass. But man, I feel like the songs are weaker. Where were you guys at with the song when it came out in 95? Because to me, these ones are just weak especially like when you got the Connery and the Moore movies, and those songs are just way better. Where were you guys at with the GoldenEye song? Did you guys like it?
No, I'm not that keen. It's okay, but it doesn't stick in my mind like the best ones do, It's forgettable, very forgettable.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
I think Tina Turner's got such a good voice that she saves the song.
Okay.
If Tina, but you can blame you too for the song because it's Bono.
I do blame you too.
They did write the song. Yes, that's true.
So I mean, it's not. Is it a terrible song? No, but as Brian says, yeah, it's a forgettable song. You don't like.
The
it's
best
not an earworm.
The best song in the movie is Minnie Driver singing "Stand by Your Man."
Oh, dude,
that's the best song in the movie.
Oh no, that scene. For some reason, I don't know why, but after I had seen this movie for my first time, that scene stuck in my mind for several years. I didn't see GoldenEye for another year or two after I'd seen my first initial viewing. And for some reason, that one scene stuck in my mind. And I remember because of the girl being told to take a hike after she's saying about standing by your man. And then within a minute, I remember as a wee lad hearing that, I was like, whoa. And I remember, I remember now. I was watching this. I was living in Chirac in the time. And I think my dad was watching it with a bunch of like my uncles. And they all got a kick out of that scene. Maybe that's why they're all laughing at the guy telling the lady to basically get the fuck out of here. They all had a good old chuckle at that scene. So I was like, so this is what it's like when it's hanging out with the guys, and this is the shit that they find funny. But no,
I would have given Minnie Driver one. She was pretty hot.
Was she famous back then, or
she was famous in Britain? She'd done a lot of television shows in Britain. She was quite well known. Okay. Yeah. So it's a fairly small part in this, but she's got a couple of big parts, of course. But
big, you tell me. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, Stephanie. Sounds like you know more.
You must look. You can see she's got a couple of big parts in front of her when you watch this movie.
I'm simply just taking your word for it. So
no, you can see it. Her future was in front of her. She wasn't going to end up on the shelf.
How do we follow up a death? 2 death-defying stunt scenes. A freaking crazy-ass chase scene that's way uphill up against a lane where you can easily fall off. It was like, holy shit. How do the hits just keep on coming in this way? It almost felt like they knew because they had a change of Bond and the gap was so long. It felt like they knew they needed to make a big statement with Brosnan coming in with the long. At this time, the longest play.
It's a great line. Though.
Oh, yeah, right.
Spirited Away just watches the next goal.
And the introduction of Famke Janssen as Xenia, holy shit.
That was over the top.
It was. It was over the top.
I feel like she's one of the best villains of any Bond movie ever. Like, ever.
She's deliciously villainous, isn't she?
No, she plays the part.
She's wonderful.
Well.
Oh, yeah. She's very delish.
I feel like this role is a lot more suited for her than Jean Grey was. The
best Bond villains have got a certain something about the way they play it. They play it with relish, and she absolutely loves playing this villain. She's so good at it. You can tell she's enjoying every second of it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, whether it's biting or basically killing our dudes or driving the baddest cars and showing that she can hang with the guys. Like you're like, holy shit, this lady is fucking wild, man. I just remember thinking, I was just so blown away that people could drive cars like up against hills where there's you if you fall off, you die. It just blew my mind. And seeing her being a total backseat driver.
But when you see Brosnan sitting in the car here, he looks really cool. He does look like Bond. He does look Bond.
He does. And you know how I know what makes him look like Bond outside of his obvious appearance? How chill he is about it all.
Yes.
The fact that this is just another like Wednesday afternoon for him. This is 1 p.m. on Wednesday for him. Where she's like freak out. She must like never experience shit like this. And he's just like, what's wrong? Like this is just this is what I do. This is my walk in the park. What's the matter? What's the big deal?
Now, do you guys think this was a setup all along or just happenstance?
What?
I think it's a setup all along.
Yeah, she's stalking Bond here. Or she knows.
Oh God, yeah, it was a setup. Oh,
it's
absolutely,
a setup,
yeah.
Yeah.
A lady like that, she's not stupid. It's clear that this lady, like,
that was no lady. That was Famke Janssen.
Yeah, she was out for blood. She was absolutely like out to kill Bond, use him too, and abuse him. And she made you believe it too. Like that's the thing. She was very convincing of the part. A lot of ladies who are small like her, you can't buy this shit. But the way she goes by it, you're like, okay, I'd buy this shit with her. She definitely.
I'd buy that for $1. Yeah.
Good old RoboCop, but then tire screech. Didn't he bust out a bottle of like wine at the end of this? I'm like, bro, today's DUI standards. Is that Bollinger? Is that like a wine? I'm like, he's got that. Yeah. It looks cool, like where you see like the coolness come out, so it's probably kept it chilled. But I was like, bro, would that be considered having? Would that be illegal in the UK? I wonder how that works. With the
not for James Bond, although his Q says he does have a license to kill, but not to break driving laws.
Yeah.
Not to get parking tickets.
Yeah. I mean, well, if you could do it in New Orleans, you could have an open container in the car, but depends. I don't know about across the pond, but that's a great classic, setup for Bond where, this girl's supposed to be evaluating him and he ends up betting her at the end of the evaluation. Like, because they're talking about how for the 90s, this is when political correctness was going bonkers, like Soviet Union's no more. And of course, we've had world peace since the Soviet Union fell. There's been no wars or conflict, thank God. So they're worried, how we're going to have a Bond where there's peace in the world. They figured it out soon enough. And as we found out, there's plenty of other shit going on, right? There's always evil, or there's always something. There's always a war somewhere or something happening. So, the directors are like, oh, we can't. There's that line by M, which I did clip. You're misogynist, so relic of the Cold War.
Dude.
Yeah, that's just the one line I can't stand. Especially coming from M, I don't like that line. If another character had said it, I mean, Judi Dench says it so well, but her delivery is fantastic. But
I buy it because of who she's a lady in that position. And the thing is, with this type of job, you don't have to like each other. You have to learn to work together. That means you're gonna see a lot of shit you don't like from people you work with, and it's gonna be off-putting. And you gotta be upfront about it. And I actually do roll with that saying. It wasn't like Bond was backing down, apologizing for it. It's just like, oh, okay, and
then at the end she says, and come back alive. So I did clip actually that whole scene to play on the Rumble special features.
Cool.
But she's just such a good actor too. So as you said, it's like it's kind of believable, or it is believable coming from her. I still don't like the line, but she's got such gravitas and delivery that it makes it work despite my misgivings. But if Ray Skywalker had said that line, it would have been a different matter entirely. So and this I looked up how to play Baccarat too. What a strange game. It's actually you get two cards, and then you have to get a 9 is the best hand, but if you have like say a 7 and a 3, that counts as, or like a 5 and a 7. You add the two cards together, so that would be a 2, even though you have a 5 and a 7. And it's this very strange game. It's total luck too. There's zero skill in the game. So
Sounds like
let me look up how to play this game. I see this in Bond.
Because as we know, gambling involves an awful lot of skill.
Ah.
There's no luck. There's no luck in any other game. That's why I've won millions.
But you just hang out with us on YouTube on the side.
Yeah, I just hang out for fun.
Yeah, just for fun. Yeah.
I
So you
love
just bought Nick 5,000 memberships. I just saw that.
If I won a major lottery prize, I would have so much fun doing things just like that. I'd just lurk in Nick's chat. One day I'd drop a $5,000 super chat on him just to see watch him explode. That would be so much fun.
You would just be happy to know that members exploded everywhere.
Exploding members, yes.
Oh man.
What we like.
Money Penny. So I feel like, was this the day? So on top of Bond debuting, wasn't this the first movie that had the new M and the new Money Penny, or were those two in?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay, so we had a triple debut because obviously you carried over. Dude, I remember this scene. I was like, "What the fuck was this lady like?" Wait, when she like killed this guy? I remember being like, you're like, "Oh boy, what's going on here?"
His physiotherapist is really rough. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
I mean, I do yoga and stuff, but thankfully I never have a finish like that or happy ending like that.
Well, what kind do you have? Manticore. That's a good Emerson Lake and Palmer album.
Oh, my back is killing me now. Shit. Poor guy. He went out with a bang. Yeah, good.
Literally.
I like how I opened the door, his body just falls out, and you see that face that was up behind. I was just like, geez, man. It looks like a death that like Joker would have done or some shit. And I'm just like, Bond's just like, whoa, what the fuck, bro? Who did this shit to you? Yeah, he looks all professional there. We just saw him being about to be in a room with Famke, and yeah, she killed the shit out of him. And she knows how to play up the perfect disguise because she's with the way she got the nice classy clothes and the hat, and she's got that face that you can tell if she transforms her face, she can look like nice and kind and innocent. And I could tell she could transform. It looks like someone who would look a lot scarier, like within the flip of a heartbeat. Like, holy damn, man. Talk about dream casting for her. Seriously. Once again, I stress when I say I feel like her character is one of the best like Bond villains we have seen. And it works perfect that it's late too, because we all know what's one of Bond's weaknesses, and she plays that like to her greatest strength ever. Like some other women had done before, but I feel like the way she did was she was a lot deadlier about it. Yes.
Well, one of his weaknesses is he thinks with his penis.
Well, yes. and it works on areas.
I'm sure M joked about that or said something about that.
Well, we had
the
clip last week, right? Yeah, like at least I don't have ball. What is this? I don't have ball. I don't need to think with my balls.
Oh, that's right. M said that.
Yeah.
No, hot dog. Famke, no. I just, of all the villains, maybe I'll have to do like a Bond villain list. She'll definitely be in the top. I'd even say our guy who shows up later, Mr. Bean, he's definitely one of them as well. Because of the way they lay it out in the story, someone who was on the inside, I was just like,
you said Mr. Bean. I thought for a minute Rowan Atkinson. that was Never Say Never Again that he appeared in.
Yeah.
I found Mr. Bond. But he did. Mr. Bean did appear in Never Say Never Again.
Oh, you're right. Did he?
That's right. He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So we had Rowan Atkinson in a Bond, but not this one.
You know what's surprising, Mark?
Unofficial Bond.
Mark, you know what's surprising about Goldeneye? We have 2 future X-Men in this movie.
That's right.
Alan Cumming,
Nightcrawler.
Yeah. Jean Grey,
and you've got
Nightcrawler.
And then that's another Marvel character there, Shayna, right? Joke.
What?
No, from the oh crap. Who's got the the Tarzan character in Marvel? This is with the saber-toothed tiger, and then the female what's his girlfriend? Oh, I'm forgetting.
I know what you're getting at, and it's
Dana.
not
Was it
coming to
what
me.
was her name in Marvel?
It's not
They
coming to
lived
me.
in
But
they lived in the North Pole. Yeah, with the
the-
God damn it.
the North-
You're making this up, aren't you? You're just
Yeah, I
making
am
this up.
making this up. Yeah, yeah. Of all the comic books I've read, they've all merged in my brain.
You're just
I
making up as you're going along. Yeah.
Oh,
I
there
can't
you
remember
go.
anything.
She-Devil. Thank you, Reed.
Thank you.
Thank
I am
you.
invincible. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Good Scotsman, Alan coming.
Thank you. Yeah,
The
Shayna
words that would
the
become
She-Devil. Yeah.
running rampant in this movie. I am invincible.
I'm
And Bond for the first time has an arm man who likes to try to, but he doesn't try out innuendo him intentionally because they don't really cross paths until later on. But it is like, oh hey, there's an hour dude who does that in this universe. Well, ain't that something? This is also the first Bond movie that actually had CGI of any kind. So, and then because there's like the gun barrel that's used in previous Bond movies. This movie, they kind of went for the circles and then finding Bond instead of the traditional gun barrel. That was one of the first moments of any CG ever. So it was just like,
okay.
oh yeah, no, it was a big deal because it was fresh, it was different. And it's so crazy. You could see it feels like when you watch like Goldeneye, and then you see Tomorrow Never Dies and the World Is Not Enough. That's like a 1-2 punch, and then Die Another Day, and then you can see another transition in the way movies are made. So if you could say this movie was the end of an era, the way movies are made then, and then the second and third Brosnan movies were that they're the current era, and then Die Another Day was saying the future era of movie making. So we had technically, as far as movie making was going, we had 3 eras captured in Brosnan. And it all happened fast because it makes it sound like he was on for a long time, but he actually wasn't. It just goes to show how fast the technology changed that quickly for them to do it. And I know on top of it, as we were talking about with M being in this movie, and this is her debut part along with Moneypenny and Bond, there's a lot of skepticism of can Judi Dench deliver as M because it's a lady doing it, and shockingly, a man replaced her. But I thought, to me, she was just always M because actually she was my first time.
Well, I think she had such a good reputation in Britain anyway that nobody thought it was a bad move. I mean, she was a well-respected actress, had been for decades, really. So
Yeah, there wasn't
she
too
had
much
the gravitas
about it. Yeah,
she had some kind of ass. But not one you'd want to look at. Not one you'd really want to look at.
But this was the PC era. So, but she's so good at it. That's what you need.
Nobody really cared. And as they
no
said,
one really cared that.
Somebody said in the chat, the real M, MI5 or 6, can't remember which one, had Stella Remington was the boss at that time. So they had a woman in charge of the security agencies in Britain at that time. So real life was ahead of it.
Yeah, this sort of behavior could qualify as sexual harassment. And what's the penalty for that? Someday you'll have to make good on your innuendos. Yeah, I was just like, she's kind of got a point because she's like, you've been teasing me for decades and there still hasn't been anything, bro. Was this the first or second Bond that came out after the outrage of the AIDS attack? Because there was a comment in this movie made about safe sex, and I thought, okay, that had to have been like a
that's what this
after the AIDS-a-thon. Oh, and that line right there, go back to that really quickly. That line would not be in an American movie nowadays. Unlike the American government, we prefer not to get our bad news of CNN. I saw that. I'm like, I actually forgot about that line. So when I rewatched it in the last week, I was like,
no, it would say not to invent the bad news from CNN.
Yeah, because that was before CNN did all the opinion stuff that they do now. So they're, back then CNN was on every airport. It was just, it was just the news. No opinion, whatever. And now CNN is pretty much just opinion. Or when they do the news, you can see that's freaking biased, right? So yeah.
Jeez, dude. I'm just, man, I would have never.
I kind of laughed at that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So it wasn't really a dig. So that wasn't a dig at CNN per se. Just a dig where they're saying like the American spy agencies aren't as good as ours.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's a good line. Yeah.
Hey, drop it in. What's up, Red Shirt? How you doing,
Hey, Red
dude?
Shirt.
Nice
Hey,
to
Red
see you,
Shirt.
man. Looking forward to next week when we're on our countdown to episode 200. It's gonna be diabolically huge.
Huge.
Yeah. And I know for this one too, like the miniature sets were like these were the largest miniatures that they had done to this point. Like, man, shit. There's a lot of it fooled me, man. I thought a lot of this shit was really. I know a lot of the stunts and a lot of the fights and a lot of the gun stuff was real. Even the stuff with the we'll get into later was, but man, like the snow stuff, I thought that was all legitimately like holy shit. They must have froze their fucking balls off in there. Nope, miniatures. Damn, dude, talk with a damn good cover up. I was like shocked at that because that's something that just once again. I don't know. And still to this day, that's when you know, like visually, stunningly, stunningly, these movies age well like that.
Oh, and then we also have to, I forgot to mention before, we have to thank the French government for that naval ship and the helicopter. They got all that for free so they could get in the movie because I guess the French were trying to sell that Tiger helicopter back then too. So
What?
Tom always talks about how stuff is paid for.
Yeah,
in his movies, product placement. So that was paid
surely
for.
the French would have surrendered before the movie was filmed.
Maybe it's been surrendered. Oh, lordy. And more and more things going to explode. It's so insane that with 2 hours and 10 minutes that this movie, it feels like when you're watching it, like, oh man, there's a lot of like quiet moments, but really a lot does happen. It's not as quiet as it said just because the music makes it feel like it's all quiet and colder. But every scene it has something impactful happening. So I don't know. I like how you showed with the Brosnan era. Now this is obviously a Brosnan thing, not a Goldeneye thing. You could see how much types of Bond movies Brosnan can pull off. He could do these colder, more serious espionage, thriller movies where the comedy is a lot more rare. Obviously, it's here, but it's a lot more rare. And the movies where they're the straight fun, like Tomorrow Never Dies and The World Is Not Enough. He showed you he had the best of both worlds down, and made me think like he was like, I'm going to get a little extra influenced by Roger Moore this time around. And speaking of the great Roger Moore, our man here decided to pay Mr. Pierce Brosnan a visit on the set. Almost like a I give you my blessing type of thing. And let me get it up for you guys because it's a great moment to see. It really is. And it's cool to see like the two Bonds together, like side by side. And I found it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Was there ever a picture, I wonder, of Brosnan, Connery, and Moore together?
I don't know.
know. There might be. I mean, this is cool. This is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. No, this is really cool. I remember seeing this. I'm like, oh, I got to say this.
I'm James Bond. No, I'm James Bond.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I'm Bond, and so is my wife.
Yeah, it's just cool to have them together there. It's like, wow, the passing of the torch type of thing. Like, even though there's a bond in between them, it's so cool to see, like, hey, this exists. Damn. Just a moment of bullshit. And here it goes. That legendary introduction to Emma, man. How much sass she has compared to what we're normally doing. Yeah, for me, I was never bugged by the scene. Because once again, if this was Daniel Craig, he would have cried if she had said this stuff to him.
Yeah.
He would have cried.
He would have gone to HR.
They would have been talking about drinks, and he would have said, "I prefer lemonade."
Yeah, give me a Mike's Hard Lemonade or a White Claw or some shit. Like he would have done some fruity shit like that. He would definitely been. He would have been fruity about it. That's for sure. Literally fruity.
Yeah.
But,
My name
oh man.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
I think he's attempting re-entry.
Oh.
If you think I have the balls to send a man to die, your instincts are there. You know what? I'm good with that. M is about the job. And that's something that becomes like a big theme in the movie is the job or making things personal. M is she at the end of the day, she wants the mission to succeed. Yeah, she likes to know like if you'll come back alive, sure. But she has to choose between one. She's gonna choose the mission.
See, Brosnan's Bond here should have said to her, look, no matter how hard you try, how hard you pretend to play hard to get, I'm not going to fuck you.
Dude, you don't say it. So here's why you don't say it to her. Because an old lady like that will feel like she has hope.
Yeah.
Don't give her the hope. Don't give her the hope. Because then all of a sudden she'll backtrack her comments. Okay, maybe I'm not so misogynist because you're interested in me.
So here's one for you. I'm going to share this. Share this picture. I'm going to share this this
I
image.
my orangina
this
back.
is a young Judi Dench and Helen Mirren. Oh,
to the left.
Judi Dench is on the left. Helen Mirren's on the right.
Her eyes, I can definitely tell in her
Back
eyes.
in the 60s, I'm guessing. But
yeah,
you gotta say she was young once, Judi Dench.
Yeah,
she was a young lady
100 years ago.
Quite the wench.
Quite the wench. I don't think anybody would have said no to the pair of them then.
Well, probably no man did. No man did. And Psycho Vegas says they ruined money. I disagree. I like the lady. What's it? Samantha Bond. Yeah, I like Samantha Bond as Money Penny.
Yeah, she's cute, but not too cute, kind of thing. Like she shouldn't be a vixen.
Yeah, to me,
but she's very pretty. Yeah.
Bond bangs a bunch.
Was that Diana Rigg? Sorry, they must have got the wrong photo.
Money Penny is more of a girl next door relatable type of element to her. She's definitely a lot more realistic.
That was apparently Diana Rigg.
And there's our boy Q. Oh, it's great to see him now having more gadgets that he's making that he hopes to come back. And like in tradition, never does. Yeah, the
wheelchair.
I like the exploding pen. I like that. He's like, don't say it. Don't say it. The writing is on the wall, along with the rest of him. I was like, and then of course
I picked the wrong photo.
Throw up 007. I was like, if he grows up, then they'll be boring. We can't have Bond ever grow up. Why would we want that?
Look at those old monitors there, God.
Oh God, dude, that thing is huge. Look at the payphone in back of them.
The dude's gonna get stuck on the payphone now. Yeah, yeah. No one needs that as a trap anymore, right? Trying to catch Superman changing. Yeah.
Sorry, I shared the wrong photo. There's another one underneath. Judi Dench. But anyway, it doesn't matter. She wasn't. Judi Dench wasn't always old, so she wasn't always old.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
You got your gorgeous old ladies mixed up.
No.
How could I mistake
Helen Mirren
Rigg?
was, and Helen Mirren. Oh my God, you see pictures of her, back in the day.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, she's a bit rough looking in Mobland, but it was only a few years ago. She was still pretty hot.
I'm gonna start watching Mobland next week. Finally.
Oh God, it's the best show of the year. Undoubtedly.
Because I finally watched season 2 of Tulsa King, which I enjoyed, and now I start season 3, and I'm 3 episodes deep. So I'm like, okay, once I get to these other 7, I'm gonna start Mobland, and then that way I can have that under my belt. So and Tulsa King season 3 is kick ass. So I can't wait to do.
You will not be disappointed by Mobland. It's
good,
phenomenal.
Good. I expect
just what we've been needing. Just what we've been needing.
Something good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yes, Jonathan, I'm with you, man. Tulsa King has been awesome. Season 3, even though I'm only 3 episodes in, is fucking awesome, dude. Like, and it's only like I love the addition of Robert Patrick. I'm glad he's getting work again. And it seems like he's actually really I decided to see
the Terminator.
What he's like the T-1000. I'm like, I'm curious. What's he like on social media? I'm like, holy crap, he's a normal
He's great.
guy. he just talks about posting motorcycles and bike riding.
Motorcycle dude. Yep.
Oh, okay, a normal guy. Hell yeah, Robert Patrick.
Oh, he was on Peacemaker. This latest season of Peacemaker, wasn't he?
Apparently, he was. Yeah, I haven't watched.
He's the dad in Peacemaker. Yeah, so he came back. Well, I don't want to give spoilers if you.
I'm just glad he's getting work because, dude, I forget how good of a villain he can be because he's awesome in Tulsa King. Holy shit. Like, it's crazy because he's so fucking old now, but yet he's still like ultra badass. Like, damn, dude. Don't matter if it's old Patrick or young Robert Patrick. The dude's still a badass. So,
they said when he was filming that scene running, they had to camera had to get him to slow down. He was like, he was in such good shape, he was running too fast.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's one of those guys. No, he commits to his roles. That's great. No, I believe you. I believe you, Darth. I'm sure Mobland is great. I'll have some words throughout the weeks. My goal is to try to do 2, maybe up to 3 episodes a week because I want to let it marinate. I'm one of those guys where I want it to like sink in. Oh, Muffy. You know,
that's a great scene here too, where you have a short scene with a character actor and he's totally believable as a CIA gruff, guy. And you just fall right,
he's
like
larger than life.
Old friend. Yeah. It's such good acting. It was just
great actor, Jordan Baker.
Yeah.
Great actor.
So
I remember when I rewatch this, it always throws me off guard, even though I've seen this movie so times. The minute he comes on, and why it throws me off is because you get so used to all the accented voice. The minute of a normal voice comes in, you're like, whoa, the movie just feels like it changed all of a sudden. And I was just like, whoa, hold up. Why are you speaking? You should be speaking this movie. You're American. It's so crazy how you take a British voice out of it and boom, it just sounds like a different movie all of a sudden for like a few seconds because of it.
Now, Nick, I have a request if you could take the Orangina down.
Okay, I'll take your Orangina down.
Could you get your Orangina out of my face?
Okay, I'm getting. Hey, I like to show off my Gina. Okay.
This has got to be the most gorgeous computer programmer in the freaking world.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, she's
gorgeous. She's not quite as convincing as Denise Richards as a nuclear physicist, but it's still pretty convincing. Pretty convincing though.
Oh, Christmas Jones was her name.
Christmas Jones.
I want to prove that Christmas does come twice a year.
But Famke, how do you say her name? Famke Janssen.
Famke Janssen.
I always assumed that's how it was.
And I heard them say it in the making of it. I can't remember, but I'm like, I think she's even actually prettier than her in some way. I don't know, but my God, what a tough movie to watch. I'm like, oh, she's so gorgeous on the screen. So, but yeah, the world's, not saying you can't be gorgeous and be a computer programmer, but I didn't see many of them down in the engineering lab back in the day when I was there. Yeah, we were all a bunch of geeks and dweebs and nerds with glasses. But I mean, she's just beyond gorgeous. I guess she's a Polish, so they were saying she was the first Polish Bond girl. So God bless her. She's got good genes too.
That's good. I like this. Okay, I did not notice about Robert Patrick. He was very protective of the T-1000. Was very picky about. You know what? He doesn't have to do that, but I respect that he does that because
he did Wayne's World. That was the only cameo,
and that worked because he was basically still the T-1000. He was portrayed seriously.
Yeah.
It didn't, even though he was in a comedy movie. His character was not comedic, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, hey, you can change, you can change the room around, the environment around me, fine, but do not change me, and that's really admirable because once again, there's a lot of actors who don't like being typecast, even though most of them are. It's just how things are. A lot of them don't want to accept that. It's almost like he knows he has a typecast. And rather than just like go against it, he just owns the shit out of it. And you know what?
Oh, Nick, you got to get the. Yep, there we go.
I got my Gina up. I got it up. It's in your face. Look at it. Look at my Orangina, UN70s. I put it there so you guys can take a big look at it. Wait till we have Arnold holding my Orangina in his hands. Like that's gonna be amazing.
Hope it doesn't get crushed.
So okay. I looked at I was going through the numbers for Goldeneye. You guys tell me if this is coincidence or if the game is rigged. And just go and let the slideshow keep playing. But I gotta show this to you guys. So obviously, it's been 30 years since Goldeneye hit theaters, and it was undeniably a box office success. I'm gonna bring my Gina down again for this one. Apologies. Okay, so opening weekend. And this is 1995 number, so this will be a lot bigger nowadays. 26,206,007. You're telling me those $7 is 007 for opening weekend in the last
yeah.
Are you sure about
those
that?
numbers? Yeah.
Right? Did you? Are you sure about that?
I demand a recount.
Yeah, right.
I think that's election fraud.
That is. Regardless, now what is cool is the takeaway of the box office performance. This movie had mad legs, 31% drop, 31%. Holy shit! This is not Thursday previews. This is just straight up traditional Friday, Saturday, and Sunday weekend release, and it owns the shit out of that. That's insane, dude. Like that percent, that's such a rare thing nowadays for a movie to do. So it went on to hit 106, and if you adjust it here, at least they got the domestic number. Abby added 170 million more, so we're talking 276. So if that were today, we're talking what, 600,000, maybe $700,000. Holy shit! That's one of the biggest. Bomb movies of all time.
It was hugely in Britain. It was enormously successful. Like everyone was raving about it. Loved it.
There's a chart somewhere adjusted for inflation on Bond. Yeah.
So somebody in the chat was asking about why they didn't cast Felix Leiter, why there was no Felix Leiter, because Joe Don Baker's playing a different guy called Wade, and it was because they partly they were doing a sort of soft reboot, but in the previous. I think at the Living Daylights, Felix Leiter had been badly injured.
Yeah, shark ate his leg.
Yeah, so they didn't feel they could then have him turn up in this as, hey, look at me, I'm good now, But also, they wanted to cast Joe Don Baker, and he had been in Living Daylights as a different character. So they thought, well, that might be confusing. He was a baddie in Living Daylights. Or License to Kill, or one of them. I can't remember which one. License to Kill.
I'm pretty sure it was License to Kill.
So they wanted Joe Don Baker, though. They said, well, we'll make him a different character. We won't have a Felix Leiter. We'll just have this guy, Wade. Felix Leiter's in the past because he got injured, blah, 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 whatever. So, that, of course, then later
same kind of role.
Yeah. They changed that later in the Daniel Craig era.
Look at those
bringing Leiter back. But and in the Daniel Craig era, not only had his leg grown back, but he'd changed color, which is weird.
Oh!
Yeah. And look at this PC. I gotta pause here to check out the IBM compatible 500 megabyte little kids, megabyte hard drive.
Hey,
CD-ROM and 14.4 modem.
It's a shame you didn't make the last Starfighter show I did yesterday, because the Cray supercomputer they used had 16 megabytes of memory.
16 meg, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, I was lurking there most of the time. I couldn't get away from work, unfortunately.
I could feel your presence.
I was there. It was a great show. Yeah. If anyone hasn't seen The Last Starfighter, and that was a fun show. And then
we had a good show yesterday.
Then she made me go out to dinner, and I had to leave.
What? No, we had a lot of fun with that show. One of the most fun shows we've had. Yeah, it was good. Good movie. Go back and check it out, everybody.
Yeah, it was a great show. Oh, incoming email. Compmath.edu. I love seeing these screens too when you look at them. Yeah.
Where's the they, them pronouns? Where's the pronouns in this?
Yeah.
So I found a funny note on this one. Did you guys note that there was a protest on this movie, even though it's the most uncontroversial movie ever? But what the protest was is because of the opening credits of this movie. So there was a communist parties. I think it was in India. They didn't like how the ladies in the opening credits were destroying the symbols.
The Communist Party.
Parties, yeah, they were really hurt by what they did to those symbols, those bikini-clad ladies.
Well, commies can take a walk, although they're on the ascension now.
Now,
right?
how about take a fucking hike? Take a
Yeah.
hike and get the fuck out of here, bitches. All of you.
You can
Man.
sickle off.
Seriously. Get the fuck out of here. No, his wall. I love how tiny Bond looks at that.
That's a tiny car.
Yeah.
Just as well, Dolph Lundgren wasn't cast in this one like he was in
God.
one of the others. Imagine Dolph and Arnie getting in this car. That would be funny.
Oh, I know, right?
You
Move
first.
Oh, you move.
Twins.
Come on, move. No,
you
move.
first.
You first.
You first, yeah.
They will just both end up breaking the car, and then they blame each other. No one would take the fall for the car getting broken. Oh, fucking great shite. Seriously. Look at that. Natalia, it's me. I'm Boris. Psycho. Bro, that I remember. I knew something was like unusual about Boris, but I didn't think he was going to be a bad guy. But I was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking in on the gig with them. And then it all made sense. And here's our boy here. He was in The World Is Not Enough. So speaking of reoccurring parts,
Robbie Hilltrain.
Yeah.
The great Robbie. Two Scottish actors in this. Him and Alan Cumming.
Yeah. No, I love both his parts in both movies, but this one is better because of the fact that he says the super toxic male line after she sings about standing by your man. I was like, holy fuck. Dude, I don't know what it is about this scene, but it stood me for
I loved it. It's so funny. So funny. She's so bad at the singing because she's got the tits. That's why she's there.
Hello, Drew Cole's Pop On from 91 Isa is on YouTube. Thank you, Davino. And thank you for being here as well. Who's strangling the cat? Strangling a cat. We all know what he meant by strangling a cat. That alone is toxic points of the movie. This whole scene right here, the description of the singing and his response to the singing, tell her to take a hike. I'm like, yep, this is toxicity 101. Holy shit, thesaurus, man. I freaking love it. You know, Coltrane is great in this. It was nice to see that, you know, they're at later on in the movies trying to get as many frequent recurring roles in the movie, even though it was not always possible. They were at least trying to do that, and that's cool because, you know, especially in Bond movies, there's a lot of longevity involved, and you can't always commit. And even Dalton, who was originally out, then reconsidered and then found out it was too little, too late, and then like, oh, the ship is sailed.
You're either in or you're out.
Yeah,
and you have to commit. You got to commit to it. You have to be in. You have to staying power. You have to have staying power to be Bond.
You have to be all the way in at all. Yeah, you're either in or you're out. And
that's right.
Pierce Brosnan,
you can't be in and out, in and out, in and out. It just has to be one or the other.
Yeah, you just want to stay in. Yep.
Brosnan was trying to be in as far back as 83. I think wasn't he originally trying to?
They had been
The Living Daylights. I think he was actually trying to be in that.
Well, he was. They wanted him, but because of Remington Steele.
Yes.
They got the wind of it, Brosnan being cast as Bond, and decided to cash in by making him stick to his contract and making another series of that show, which was such a waste of time. They screwed Brosnan terribly on that. Yeah.
So Brosnan got shafted twice. He got shafted trying to get on for the part, and then he got shafted for trying to do more Bond movies longer. Holy shit! That's
everyone
crazy,
was shafting him. He must be really sore.
Yeah, because Remington Steele was actually canceled, and they brought it back for that last season. And back then, a lot of us were like, can you imagine how shitty it must be to be Pierce?
He was,
you know,
such a pro because he never said a word about it. Yeah, such a pro.
But I mean, he got his due later. But I mean, you never know, right? What could
he could have had 6 movies as Bond, or 7 or 8. He could have been Bond for years.
It felt
much
like
longer,
in Die Another Day when he had the new Q. They were setting him up for a new relationship with what's his name? Was it Richard Cleese? John Cleese?
John Cleese.
John Cleese. Yep. Thank you.
He was R.
It felt like they were setting R. Yeah, to start with, but it felt like they were setting him up for a new like Bond and Q dynamic that would have followed. So for all we know, yeah, you guys mentioned 7. It seems like he's the type of guy who would have done this as long as they would have had him. If they were up to him,
Yep.
it was as long as you'll have me, I'll keep showing up, because it's clear Brosnan loved playing this game. That's saying a lot, considering now how much he gets shafted, not only trying to get onto the role, but also staying on. But even in real life, he had some rough deals. Like, he had a wife that passed on in the early 90s. Like, dude, the dude's been through like quite a deal, and yet he still keeps coming back like stronger than ever.
Reed by nature's right. I mean, Dalton had tested for the role several times before, long before that as well.
Yeah,
there's been many actors have been tested for it. James Brolin got the part, and then for some reason it was taken away from him. The American actor James Brolin there's a screen test, you can see it on YouTube. He was going to play the part, and they'd cast him, and then something happened, and they ended up not doing it. And he was like, "Oh, really?" And he wanted to do it. There was lots of actors almost made it, or their timing was wrong or whatever. But yeah, the Brolin one was interesting because you can see those auditions that he did on YouTube.
Oh, this seems so brutal, bro. Where he's fighting Famke, I was like, holy shit. And like, the fact that he has to go to extreme lengths just to like get this lady like undone. Oh yeah, he was another one in the running too. Sam O'Neill. Yeah, I remember hearing about.
Oh, it was James Brolin was James Brolin.
Gibson.
James Brolin was going to do Octopussy.
Yeah.
I think we watched those clips when we were talking about Octopussy. Roger Moore came back because he was holding out, and they said, "Well, we've cast James Brolin now," and Moore said, "No, I'm going to do it. Just give me enough, and I'll do it."
Moore considered being not all the way in either. These men and their flakiness about being in and out. Anyways, Pierce Brosnan's likeness was used in 2 Bond video games, Nightfire and Everything or Nothing. I remember those games coming out, but I never played them, so I never knew if they were any good or not. But I remember hearing, hey, Brosnan could contribute his voice. So I always said, oh, that's really cool that he's doing video game voice work for Bond outside.
Yeah,
once again, just told me that he really, really loved being 007.
He did it justice as well. So yeah, Sam Neill would have been a good Bond as well, but he ended up doing a show called Riley, Ace of Spies, which if you've ever seen is really good.
Okay.
It's like a First World War era, or just round about then. He's a spy in that. It's really good. Sam Neill's a great actor, of course.
Oh, what's up, JT Kirk? Says Dad Man Walking Ray. Yo, dude.
Cool.
How you doing, man? Dad Man, if you're out there, thank you for bringing a few extra bodies my way. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you.
Now we know where the bodies are.
Yeah, now we know the bodies
Don't tell anyone.
Okay. This scene blew my fucking mind as a kid, because I remember that guy's face,
pithy comeback,
dying. For me, this was like a revolution seeing this shit, because it's like, holy shit, he's alive. And I'm glad I was as young as I did, because from what I've heard from people who were older than me, as I learned later on in life, apparently some of the trailers, I think it was like the second or third trailer, I can't remember which one because I never looked at it. Apparently some of the trailers later on gave away that reveal. It helped that I was the age that I was, that I wasn't trailers like this, because this would have really it's
a real spoiler, isn't it?
It is a major spoiler, and it goes to show you that trailers are still notoriously guilty for giving away some big details, even as far back as the 90s. So I'm glad, because I was 8 when this came out, and I saw it when I was like 9 or 10. I just saw the movie going in cold. So I feel like I benefited from that very impressionable virgin typed view. Virgin type.
So
I hope so at age 8.
See, Sean Bean here, his character Trevelyan, he must have known he was on a loser, because 007 is 1 better than 006. So it's like 11 being better than 10 on an amplifier. He's 1 better. So 007 is always going to win, because he's 1 better.
Yeah, he's 1 better. But 006, he had the drop on him. He had the drop on him, and that's another thing. Another thing with the broad range of the Brosnan movies was the dark tones, to the more fun tones, and then the eras and the way the movies were made. You had the movies that had the twists. Goldeneye and The World Is Not Enough went for the twist stuff, whereas Tomorrow Never Dies and Die Another Day chose to be more straightforward. Once again, I love, like, even just with the 4 movies, you saw a broad range of ideas and the way music was portrayed. As I mentioned in this movie, it was a lot more somber. All the other 3 movies after that were a lot more upbeat. So it's cool to see that now that we have seen all these movies collectively, we could see like all the strengths and differences that these movies encompass. And then JT Kirk
Super chat
for a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says 006 versus 007. 6-7. I don't know what that is, but I know my oldest daughter hates that term with a passion. I'm like, why? Why do you hate it? I don't know what it means, but all I know is it's made
something
me
the
money,
kids
so I'm
say.
not gonna complain. Oh, I know. The kids literally do say it.
I don't know what it means either, but they say it.
12, and it drives her crazy. Oh, thank you, JT. Appreciate you, man.
I Read by Nature's got a point. An ejector seat in a helicopter would be kind of tricky, wouldn't it? Really? I mean,
usually, yeah.
I mean, the timing would have to be just right.
I like how when they were stuck in the helicopter, it's like, if you excuse me, I'm a bit tied up at the moment. I was just like, yep, she's being a backseat driver.
All right, Anthem 21X is telling us it's bad. It's from a rap song meaning 6 feet under, 7 feet wide. Is that like Dolph Lundgren's penis? Or...
Yeah, you gotta tell us. Like, is that because around these parts, it really doesn't get bigger than the Lundgren does. Like, it's one of those things where try as you may, fail as you will, but you will never top the Lundgren. The Lundgren is it's just the way of all life, man. You're not gonna top the Lundgren. I mean, am I wrong?
You're not.
Oh, some of the Rusky helicopters do have ejection seats.
Yeah,
but they blow the rotor. First.
You better hope that part's been set up okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're correct.
It's Russian maintenance. You never know.
When
we were drunk last night, Ivan, with the vodka, did you remember to fix the rotor ejector? I can't remember.
I actually
in Russia, rotor ejects you.
Russia ejects you. I don't feel this. I'm young. I do know some people feel that way. I don't feel that way. I actually feel, well, I guess this would kind of give away my thoughts on the rankings, and we'll do it at the end of the show, but I feel like it was the opposite. I'll just say that. I will leave everything else off the table because I want to save the rankings, because we'll do a quick Brosnan ranking at the end of it since it's just the 3 of us. But no, I feel like they would definitely work. I feel like the quality absolutely story-wise maintained, but I seem to be in the minority on that one.
I like them. I mean, I think this is the best one, I think, but I did like the other ones. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you which one's my best one when we get there.
Get there.
Yeah. Well, maybe some people can guess what Nick's favorite Bond is, but I know what my favorite Brosnan Bond is. I know it is, but do you? This movie is a plot point like Octopussy. A Russian general uses his own troops against Bond, getting his troops killed in the process. Well, once again, it's about the mission, even on the other side of the equation. Didn't they actually filmed some scenes in Russia, which was a big deal to do at the time, because wasn't it shortly after the Berlin Wall came down? I don't remember the exact year of that, but this was like a big deal for them to shoot this movie in Russia. And apparently it got a bit threatening for them too, as well, because it's like,
that's why you had those. That's why you had that free enterprise joke. So, free enterprise is going to be the death of us, because they did have free and open elections, I guess you would say, for when Yeltsin came in, and then of course what happened with Putin taking over. But no, they had until they ended up with a dictatorship again. They did have a few years of freedom. So It was kind of chaotic at the end, but Ukraine had all the ton of nuclear weapons, and they had a big treaty that they signed, and Ukraine turned over their nuclear weapons to what the Russian Republic now, and then pledged never to invade. But so the world was a lot different place back in the 90s, right after the Soviet Union fell, because that was what every movie was about. You had the nuclear freeze movement, you don't hear about nuclear weapons anymore. But in the 70s and 80s, that was the big liberal cause celeb. They had hands across America. Everyone got outside and touched their hands together to make a link against nuclear war. This is such a waste of freaking time. But it was all consuming back then in terms of the Cold War. Yeah, rightly so, I guess, in terms of yes, that's what people are scared of. But no one talks about nuclear weapons anymore. The danger is still there. The danger really hasn't changed per se, but that was what the media was constantly portraying. Reagan was gonna end the world. He was gonna come in and he was too confrontational, and he was gonna get into us in all kinds of wars. And history's kind of repeating itself these days.
It does. Tends to do that. And don't call me Percy.
I have, I do definitely have some complaints on Reagan, like the amnesty. But as far as what I've looked into the war stuff, it seems like he had a much better handle on that people gave him credit for. And that was not fair to him. It seems like there's a lot of disingenuousness on how he was going to handle foreign relations. It seems like he handled it a lot better than people were saying he was. And that's
it was kind of
the guy.
Yeah, well, when he came in, that was the same thing we just we hear now. It's like
with Trump,
to be a warmonger and get us to a million wars, and it's pretty much the exact opposite. Reagan, he'd invaded Grenada, but it was just Grenada's a little tiny little country, and he did that so Clint Eastwood can make that movie.
That's right. Yeah. Heroic invasion. Yes.
I'm gonna nuke you, so you better let us make this movie. Damn it! Oh, you won't let us make this movie? All right, well, bitch, I used to be in movies, so we're gonna make a fucking movie. Boom!
Right. This was such a fun chase. Such a fun.
Oh, dude!
Oh, this
awesome. Was the coolest scene to me for many years. Like the fact that James Bond was in a tank driving around town, and the shit he destroyed in the process, the statue ramming through buildings. I learned it took a whole month to do this scene, and I believe it. But holy crap, I would have way too much fun. I could never complete this. If I were Pierce Brosnan, this would never get done because like, oh, this is fun. What to do now? Do. Oh, this probably is my favorite scene in the movie, especially when he rams right in the building. It's like, oh no, that's a narrow gap. He ain't gonna go through there. No, he goes through there.
Right? I'll park wherever I want.
Oh, dude, so good. I guess having those British government perks is a real thing. I guess license to kill and all. So much for following the law, though. Yeah, so much for following the law, though. Like you mentioned earlier about he still doesn't obey the rules of the road. I think this one definitely violates, even though it's not technically the road. But when
strictly speaking, he's not on the road, is he? He's going through buildings. And,
yeah. Oh, too good. Too fucking.
I think the landlord of that building is going to be pretty pissed off.
Oh, fuck, you know it. I mean, come on. Go ahead.
Was that one filmed in Moscow? Sorry, was that one filmed in Moscow?
I thought some of it was filmed in Russia,
right?
Wasn't it filmed in Russia? Some of it.
Some of it, yeah. I mentioned
it might not have been Moscow, though. It might have been St. Petersburg.
Some of it was filmed in Russia.
Yeah.
Russia.
China.
Orangina.
I drink Orangina. I like when I drink Orangina. It's really great. I'm just saying. It's really good.
Filming locations. I thought it might have been St. Petersburg rather than St. Petersburg. It is St. Petersburg. Yeah, it's not Moscow.
Oh, Mark, I just saw
But
the
it's
clip.
good enough. St. Petersburg is a beautiful city, apparently.
I'm working on getting them all up.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Nick
I
usually
see
doesn't have
that.
a problem, but yeah.
Hey, I have to remind myself sometimes I need to get it up too. It's a two-way street around
Yeah.
these parts, and getting it up is very necessary.
Yeah, what did they call it? Action Come, was it Leningrad? They called St. Petersburg for a while, but then when the wall came down and the Soviets fell out of power in Russia, they went back to St. Petersburg, which is the old name.
Yeah, I believe that's Leningrad. I
Yeah.
believe that's Leningrad. Yep.
Yeah.
Leningrad, Stalingrad, Maoingrad, all these grads.
Yep.
Gender
That's a lot of
studies grad.
Gender studies grad. It just reminds me of the Accept album, Stalingrad, which is a great Accept album, by the way. Holy shit!
It is, yes.
I love it. It's so good. It's so mamma mia. Holy shit! You guys are nuts, and I just saw the numbers pop up. Refresh. I've made almost 40 thanks to you crazy dudes. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, bitch. So I'm trying to think. Okay, 2 death-defying jumps, 2 epic chase scenes. Actually, would you count the train that follows as 3? And then you have the big epic action sequence that follows later. It's just like, holy crap, every scene is not just an action scene. It's something absolutely wild and bonkers. It felt like there was like, we have to raise the bar in every way, whether it's
they went all out, yeah.
A chase scene, a stunt scene. Everything needs to be bigger and crazier, which is crazy because the movie's still really grounded, but yet everything it does as far as action goes is still like very Bond.
Well, there was a lot of writing on this after a 6-year break, you know. There was Bond. For all they knew, the movie would flop, and that was the end of Bond. So their fears were unfounded.
They left it all out on the table, basically. And it was one of those where if it were to somehow Bond, at least they would have went out with a bang in case all else had failed.
Indeed.
I did not know that. Maybe if I go listen to the Accept album, maybe that like they talk about that. I just gotta listen to that. The track Shadow Soldiers is my favorite on that album. Ooh, my man. Yeah. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Oh, I want to listen to some Accept now. I think I'm gonna do that after.
Just play it.
Just play it. Do it.
I'm gonna do it when I knock on probably because I was actually listening to the Humanoid album from last year or yesterday, and I loved the shit out of that album. But Stalingrad is another great one. The current era of Accept is killer. I love the current era. The fact that their third singer has put out 5 or 6 albums under the current regime, and it's killer is insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, here comes Bond. He's hiding in a tank. And he's got to light that train on fire.
He's in stealth mode right now. In a tank. And he's got a flag above it saying, "I'm James Bond. I never hide my name."
Very, very, very subtle way of putting yourself out there. Just showing you. You know what's great about Bondo with his tank? He still knows how to keep his tip up.
He does.
Yeah. Even when
he has barrel control.
Look,
barrel control.
He wants to ram him. 6 wants to ram him, but he doesn't realize that 7 will always be the one ramming him. So you can ram him all you want, but at the end of the day, the 7 rams the 6. So sorry, Mr. Bean, you got rammed.
Okay, now I think we need to answer Action Com's question. Would we want a private train or a private plane? I think on balance, I would prefer a private plane because the train finds it's tricky to go across oceans in the train.
Yeah.
So I think the private plane would probably be best. If it was an underwater train, that might work.
Unless it was that the nuclear train from that 70s TV show that only lasted like 3 weeks, or 80s TV show. What was that called? The Atomic Train, or there's some cheesy,
like
yeah, something like
but
that.
I think the plane. I would take the plane.
I'm gonna take the plane, but I'm definitely not opposed to a train because with the train, I would like to be able to see, the land.
It's a civilized way to travel.
Yeah, and I would love to be
Couldn't we
grounded on
agree
my
to have
travel.
both? We could have both. You could have the
Yeah, we
plane
could
for
have both.
transatlantic flights and the ocean across the ocean, and the train for in the
Agreed.
continent. Yeah.
Agreed.
I'll take planes, trains, and automobiles.
No.
Well, you've got a
It
private
is nice.
automobile. We've all got a private automobile.
Yeah,
You got
it is
you got
pretty nice to be
privates?
on a really cool train. I mean, traveling through Switzerland by train was pretty awesome as a tourist there. Yeah, it
Oh,
was,
no, a really nice train journey is a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And
Drop the gun. I'll let her live. Bro, don't you realize she
I
means
think the
nothing
train
to
to
him?
Busan, the train and train to Busan would be nice.
yeah.
Mhm.
If you've ever seen Train to Busan.
Well, no, I have not. We'll
Oh,
go-
you haven't? One of the best
No.
zombie movies ever made.
Okay.
You get
Well,
on the train and basically everyone's a zombie.
Oh, that sounds fun. That's what that sounds
Oh,
like.
Train to Busan's a great movie if you've never seen it. Oh, fucking awesome movie.
Make sure to
Yeah.
pay your fare.
Yeah.
I will. I'll pay my fare between that and Ice Pirates early next year on January 6th. I will. I got a few movies I got to break into for my first time. That should be fun.
You've never seen Ice Pirates?
I've not.
Oh, it's a great
I'm-
movie. We mentioned it yesterday.
I'm going in virgin tight for that movie.
Made in
on January
1984.
So yeah, 19. Yeah, well that'll be our first one of the new year before we do 5. Because after that's gonna be 5 weeks of Chuck Norris. We're all gonna have beards at the end of that one. We're all probably have 5 beards each. It's gonna be great.
Oh, Ice Pirates is a great movie.
Okay, good. Because no,
Yeah.
we will be having Dave Seattle. Oh, I know JT. He mentioned it a bit back, and I'm like, we're gonna do it, and we're finally gonna do it, and we're gonna do it next year. So don't stand there, get us out of there. That's the most sassiest she is in the entire movie. It's so like left field. It's like, whoa, she's been this all hectic, panicking about everything, and then boom, now she knows how to operate something. It's like, well, that escalated out of nowhere.
Indeed. Action Com, I did think twice about private planes when I thought how many of them have crashed. How many rock stars have died in private plane crashes. Skinner, Buddy Holly. There's been
Just
others.
the Big Bopper. Well, just don't become a famous music.
Stevie Ray
musician.
Vaughan.
Yeah.
Dude, Broseph asks
Randy Rhoads.
I gotta look at what's the name of that movie? What are you talking about, dude, Broseph? And by the way, what's up over on the Rumble side? I'll see you, my dude. Yeah, follow up on what you're asking, so I know.
That movie. Which movie?
Yeah, I was because we were talking a few different movies within a few minutes there, so that was like, which
We've
one?
splurged. We
did splurge.
We splooged a few movie names.
The gadgetry is. It's really odd to think that with how much crazier everything is, there's not as much wild gadgets, but the moments that we get of them are really cool. Obviously the pen explosion.
Look
stuff
at the
like
passwords he's trying to
Butt,
buns.
buns.
They didn't try in the
Beer.
ass though.
They didn't try bunghole either.
Yeah.
Starfish.
I would have laughed that they did bunghole. Dude,
Monkey 1, 2, 3.
When I was watching Tulsa King and Tyson Mitchell mentioned bunghole, I'm like, no fucking way he said bunghole. Oh no, it was Martin Starr that actually said bunghole. I laughed my ass. I was like, he said bunghole.
Dude, versus
in
the
Tulsa King.
170s mentioned in his garbled accent. I mentioned a lot of movies. The Ice Pirates, is that the one we're talking about?
Oh,
I'm trying to, dude, bro, Seth.
the one
I'm trying to answer his
mentioning a
question.
garbled accent.
I shall have to over him.
Speaking of cornholio,
He's a break man, you dauber.
Speaking of cornholio,
They say great art is difficult to understand, but easy to enjoy. Hey, Beavis. It's hard, but it's not like hard.
I cannot believe I've not gotten hit for that clip ever.
You know what?
It's
Someone
like 15
bastard took me on
seconds.
Sunday Night Geekery.
No, what?
They put it goes to 11 at the end of this like crappy song that they wrote, and then they claimed me. Not that it matters, I don't bother monetizing. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I got claimed for this goes to 11, and like, and then you click on
Really?
who claimed it, and the bastards put that it goes to 11 Spinal Tap clip at the end of their crappy song. So
Well,
they
that's happened to
claimed-
me. twice people have incorporated something they didn't own in a bit of their song, and I've played the original thing, which isn't copyright claim, and they've claimed it because they put it in their song. And good luck. Yeah, good luck getting that sorted. That's twice that's happened to me. Somebody, I've had my fill of that stuff, mate. It's ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
Like the Thunderbirds, you know, the Thunderbirds countdown. 5, 4. Somebody
3.
has put that in one of their songs, in another song, some crappy group, and they are copyright claiming that. So if you use that countdown, it will be copyright claimed by this bunch of tossers. And I actually went to this Anderson organization, that's Jerry Anderson, and told them of this, and they went, "Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it." So they didn't even bother. I said, "You guys need to fight this. It's yours."
Yeah, a bunch of wankers.
Yeah, and these tossers have used it in their song, and they're claiming they own it. So it's just furious. Absolutely furious.
Wanky. Sounds very wanky.
It is. It's just pathetic. It's happened to me actually 3 times now. That's happened to me. People claim one. It's one of it was a Beatles thing, a Beatles clip that somebody claimed.
I'm not surprised about that one. I could see it would be very.
But someone else, nothing to do with the Beatles, had claimed that they owned it. This little clip of the Beatles,
yeah.
Oh fuck!
Was it the Ruddles that claimed it?
It was some gospel thing, and they claimed they owned some. I was just, what the hell? Because they'd done a cover of it or something.
That's fucking nuts. Dude.
YouTube, and nobody will listen on YouTube.
It's all AI now. It's all automated. Unless you have a direct manager at YouTube, aka being a much bigger channel. You have literally no hope of talking to an actual human anymore unless you have someone directly at YouTube. It's insane.
Okay, I have clarification from Dude Bro Seth. The zombies on a train. It's Train to Busan. Korean movie, Train to Busan.
Were there snakes on that train too?
No, but there was a lot of really difficult zombies.
Well, hey, that's another we still gotta do someday. Snakes on a plane.
Yep.
Train to Busan.
I can't wait to do snakes on a plane. Seriously. Like, how have we not done snakes on a plane? I don't love BMW, but I love James Bond's BMW. And here's the thing. They drive great. I'll be the first to say it. But as someone who's worked on many of their cars, they're some of the most frustrating cars ever to work on. You want to test your patience? Do work on a BMW. That will test you. And that's just all a mechanical thing. It's all it is.
Germans.
It's just the guy who's worked on the car. That's all. If you're a normal guy riding it, get the most out of it. My younger brother owns one, and there are times where I get tempted to just want to take a sledgehammer, drive American or Japanese.
Yeah,
because
Japanese. Here just to point out how toxic this camera angle is.
Okay, I'll bring my orangina down.
You don't have to bring it really down. You don't have to bring it down. Well, I did bait you, but this is a very toxic camera angle. Why would they do this camera angle?
Because they knew Marky with the scene 30 years would need it, and to bait me to bring my gina down.
So that adds a toxic point to the movie there, right?
It does. That alone is the whole point.
I did a 2-hour show on Train to Busan once. If you look back in my channel, you'll find a Train to Busan show.
Ooh.
That's not the normal cover. This is the 4K Steelbook.
Oh, I'm going to get you up really quickly. I'm going to big in you really quickly.
Is it 4K? Well, the blue is just, but this is the Steelbook cover.
Ooh,
not 4K blue.
Steelbook.
Steelbook. So the normal cover shows the survivors in front of the train in a train yard. But it's basically, they get on the train and there's a zombie outbreak. And that's it. That's the movie. And there's fighting to survive, 2 or 3 of them. Take down these.
As we're showing off 70s.
He's working around the camera.
I give up. But anyway.
And I thought this romance.
Oh, hello. Let's show the
shoehorned it. I thought it was really. I mean, they always shoehorn these romances in, but I mean, this was just extra cheese. I mean,
No, I could use even more cheese. I disagree.
More cheese.
You needed more cheese.
more cheese.
More.
More cheese. Yeah.
Yep. You needed
I like
so much more.
I'm just falling into your arms right now. I'm not, boom. But it is James Bond, so I guess, yeah.
Well,
I
that's
guess the
the
ladies
whole
would
thing.
do that.
Every line he said is supposed to be super cheesy and corny. It's like the whole Christmas coming twice a year. Like it's just the perfect.
Yeah.
Like, oh god damn it! Only because you get to say that and get away with it. If there any other normal guy, like the girl will walk out the door and never to be seen or heard from again. That there,
I guess
though.
that's why some of my lines, when I tried the Bond lines, never worked. Yeah. So. But you don't look like James Bond or drive a DB5. Yeah. But I've got a water pistol.
Wanker. That wanker is a derogatory term. I did not know that. Well,
call somebody a wanker, yeah. But I'm just trying to. Sorry, I noticed there was a question. Yeah. What's the difference between a wanker and a tosser?
Someone to toss the salad.
I mean, wanker's a bit more severe, I would say. It's a bit
wanky.
Tosser's a bit more of a lighter version of the same insult.
But if you
both take one off the wrist, literally speaking.
CUNT, but is that more of a term of endearment when you use that word abroad, or
what word? Sorry,
CUNT.
Oh, that's everywhere. That's probably one of the most offensive swear words, is it not? Regarded as
no, but over there, like, is that something you say like as a joke, like to friends, or no?
Oh yeah,
you know how you could use a word inappropriate.
Yeah, there's a great sketch by a Scottish TV show called Chewing the Fat, where to get around the censorship of that word on the TV, the guy went going, there are those who can and those who can't. And he goes, look at that guy over there. He can't. He's a can't.
He's a can't.
He's a can't.
Oh no.
Anyway.
My camera is retarded.
Uh-oh.
It just chose to go out on me because it's stupid. Stupidly retarded. What the fuck, dude? Okay, well, I'm here, guys. I swear. I swear.
Get crazy. D-Bud,
I know, dude. My camera's fucking Charlie Sheen now. Like, it's like, what the shit, man? Like,
what the Sheen?
D-Bud's mentioned a great movie that should do Get Crazy with Malcolm McDowell playing Reggie Wanker. That's a great
Reggie Wanker. Wanker.
I haven't watched that movie for a long time.
Oh, bro, what the shit, man?
Let's add it to the list. I've got a list. I'm going to add it to the list.
Yep, I'm full blackface now again. Well, two weeks in. I think I did. This is weird. I got this camera as a gift.
Right.
And
T-Bud, you're right. That's the best one. Sorry, anyway.
No, it's okay. I got this camera as a gift, and like because the angling is, I guess you could say, it's better, but yet this thing causes me more problems. Like, what the fuck, bro? Anyway, it must be my gina. It must be. Like, I guess maybe this camera doesn't like the big gina on the screen, but whatever, bro. You got to tolerate the gina, man. Sometimes that's just how shit works. You got to tolerate the things for the gina. And that's what we do around here. We tolerate.
Remember during the vid, you couldn't even order a webcam for like a year. So.
Oh man, yeah.
Those days. Yeah.
Well, the Kung Flu days, dude. That shit was retarded, man. I tell you, that shit like brought out the retardation in people. I swear the fuck on that, man. You want to talk about like, wow.
So we now know that Bond was responsible for the eventual downfall of this telescope, this radio telescope. Yeah. He weakened it so much.
Oh, dude. Speaking of this whole epic scene as they fight on the satellite, what really shocked me was, after I saw this movie and thought it was so cool and badass, I remember there was a certain comedy that came out a year later. It's starring Jim Carrey called The Cable Guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember thinking, as Jim Carrey and Matthew Broderick are climbing up the satellite, I'm like, wow, this scene seems like it's ripped straight up of Goldeneye. And then Jim Carrey mentions, like, that movie Goldeneye. I was like, wow. Okay, so this is definitely deliberate. So, yeah, this movie definitely had things that it wanted to become a ripoff for years to come, like the infamous satellite scene, and of course the memorable "I am invincible" line. And as he thinks he's got his outs, he gets frozen on really good, like really good. But it's cool to have the 006 007 fight, because like even though it has another one of those like world domination situations, at the same time, it is also personal as well. So it's like this one isn't about the world ender or the personal, it's both of them. And once in a while, you can be both. And this is one of those rare situations where it does work, because it weaves the elements together. It's because, like, yeah, what 006, aka Alec Trevelyan, wants to achieve is of the world ending nature, but because it's connected to 7, because they were once together, it's personal. So it's a smart way of weaving those two things there, because sometimes when you blend the two, things come out a bit jumbled. But in this case, it works here. Fuck you, camera. Sorry.
In the Russia camera, fuck you.
Yeah, camera, fuck you. Yeah, I'm sorry, but luckily you guys can hear my voice, and you can tolerate my voice, assuming that you guys
can we though? Can we?
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And as Action Comm was saying in the chat, that was the famous telescope in Puerto Rico, but lack of funding, self-destructed. So actually, some of the guy wires went, and
but it was because Bond weakened it.
Yeah, because of Bond. Yeah, so that's a famous telescope is no more. Yep, it was in Puerto Rico and destroyed. Yep, but for years that was the biggest telescope, I think, on the planet. I believe it was
radio telescope.
Radio telescope.
Forgotten one. You're not so forgotten around here. Goldeneye, the reason my channel exists. That's true. I remember those videos from quite a bit back, my dude. Good to see they're still up and moving. Mess with Nick Wise that keeps on there. I don't know what to say, guys. Oh well, I'm just going to persevere the rest of this show, camera off. But hey, as long as you can hear me and survive me, then we're gonna be all right. Sometimes shit just happens, and that's just.
I don't think we need to see you, Nick. We know what you look like.
Okay, good.
We know how sexy you are.
Next time I'll have to make up for it wearing another button-up shirt and having the first top 3-4 buttons down again. I'll have it opened up to make up for it for lost time.
It's this Trevelyan, or what his name is. He's got a real chip on his shoulder. I mean, get over it, man.
Oh, dude, he's a bitch. Like, don't
get over it. It was decades ago. Get over it.
He's effective at what he does. I'll give him credit there. Like, the way he plays the game is smart. But he's just like, bro, Bond literally could have not done anything different to handle the way his mission is going. There was not. He was in a damned if you do, damned if you don't. He really was. There's no other way to put it. But But what do you expect him to do? Like I've tried to entertain that angle in my head. It's like, okay, I get it. He's trying to like maybe mess with Bond in his head, but you gotta think he's not a guy who has a point with that stuff. There are instances where it's happened in storytelling. This isn't one of them. This guy's just being a petty bitch.
Yeah, because then it's his parents actually lived too. They said they self-deleted because they were so upset what happened to everyone else. But yeah, but he's holding a grudge again. Well, it's more against, I guess, not as much towards Bond as just towards Great Britain in general. I'm thinking that part of it is Bond.
Oh, it's both. It definitely is both for sure. It's the system and Bond, because Bond was the one who was there at the time. So he's going to hold him to a standard because he was there. So he sees as you're leaving me for dead. And let's be fair, when he gets shot, it comes off very definitive. Like, oh shit, he just lost his buddy. It's the beginning of the movie. It didn't feel like this guy had a chance of succeeding, especially since you saw the body collapse right after the shot. We know any rational mind is not going to think, oh shit, I gotta go check to see if he lived. Like, it wasn't like, he got like a smack on the wrist. We're talking about a straight up gunshot that made it seem like he got his head almost shot off. Like, bro, what the fuck, man? Yes. Oh, yeah. And I like how Bond calls him out and shit later. Like, dude, bro, you're just being, you're just being a thief. And Six takes so much offense to it. It's hilarious. I love it. I love it because he's basically just downplaying all his shit that he's trying to do. He's just downplaying it all, and it's fucking great. So, okay, I retrieved a piece earlier. Let me get it up for you guys. I found from Jack Carr, which is very timely when he posted this on Twix a week or two ago. I found it. Okay. I'm going to get it up and I'm going to read this to you guys because this is actually pretty fucking cool. And some of you may know this and some of you don't. But for those who don't know, well, prepare to learn something new and fun. Okay. I'm going to bring my Gina down for this because this is pretty damn essential, actually. Jack Carr says, I've been enthralled with Ian Fleming and Goldeneye since my earliest days, and now, with my 7th novel in the works, and to celebrate 70 years of 007, there's no question in my mind that it was time to make the pilgrimage. Ian Fleming lived a life as interesting as the books he created. He was posted to Moscow with Reuters news agency in the 1930s, giving him insight into the Soviet Union. Then, like many of his generation, Ian Fleming served in World War II. As a naval intelligence officer working as assistant to the director of naval intelligence, he was involved in the planning for a mission codenamed Goldeneye. Separate Golden and I, not Goldeneye is one. Another assignment took him to Jamaica. He decided after the war he would return. A year following the end of World War II, while working as a foreign manager for the Sunday Times, he purchased the property and sketched out plans for his dream villa. He named it Goldeneye as one word.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
In 1952, he would sit down at his desk overlooking the ocean and create one of the most popular, enduring, and recognizable characters in all of literature, James Bond. Words will not do justice to what it felt like to walk the grounds, visit the private beach, the pool, the sunken garden, and then sit at the very desk where he typed each of the Bond novels. That is where Ian Fleming
it's cool,
did
isn't it?
his work. Dude, when I saw this,
cool?
I'm like, I gotta say this for Goldeneye. This is so fucking cool. I was so hesitant like to share. I'm like, no, I'm gonna say it because this is insane, dude. That's like, it's like if you would go to visit like Robert E. Howard's place for where he was doing his stuff on Conan or Cole.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of that, but for Bond, dude.
It's just
Jack
legendary.
Kirby's desk.
Yeah, or like Kirby's desk. Yeah, that small, rinky dinky desk. That was like a public school desk Jack Kirby had. That was like a 5th grade elementary desk.
I wanted to
everything.
Point out, by the way, that Jack Carr is a great guy, and he will always talk to you on Twitter if you ask him something. He'll always, virtually always, will reply.
Wow,
he's really good at keeping in touch with people and replying and to stuff you say.
Confirm. He's
a
a very fun follow. He is a very fun follow. And what's up, Canadian Spider-Man? Thank you for dropping in. Yeah.
Everyone sub to Canadian Spider-Man.
Oh,
well, we're gonna web you up.
I gotta get my Gina up. All right, I got it up. And thank you, Tollback and Dude Broseph. You dudes are holding down the Rumble fort very amazingly. So thank you guys for doing that. Good to know we have our Rumble dedicators out there.
Yeah. So I think I just wanted to interrupt the show with some important breaking news. The Dallas Stars have just beaten the Edmonton Oilers 8-3.
Wow.
Okay.
Go Stars.
Go Rangers.
Who are these Rangers?
The Rangers won their 2nd home game of the season last week.
Go Stars. Go Stars.
And my son, thankfully, was at the first win. Their first home win.
Good timing. Maybe you should go more often. They might win more.
Yes, I said to him, Charlie, you weren't there last night. They still won.
And yet they're still actually fairly high up the division.
Yeah, because I keep winning abroad, as they say. Yeah.
You win broads over?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
Yeah. You sure about that? Yeah. You sure about that? By the way, chat, thank you for being here. Almost 30 of you here. I appreciate the hell out of that. Thank you, guys. Cheers and beers to all of you. Almost 2 hours into the show. Absolutely badass to have you all here. So thank you, guys.
Stick around for the Rumble part because there's actually Oh, go ahead, Brian. Yep.
So here's both Bond and Trevelyan climbing a greasy pole together.
I knew you would go there.
Oh, it was always inevitable.
Had
He
to
was
go
gonna
there.
So could you say that then 006's mark was from a very deadly facial he suffered from many years
He did.
back?
He had a blast in the face.
Poor guy.
He took one too many in the face. Yeah.
Oh man! Oh,
For
that.
England, James, for England.
Oh, for
Boy, and I do have a special version of I found of the scene on the director's cut disc. So stick around for the Rumble version.
So between the vagina shot and the conversation with and the fact that they're fighting on the pole together and the big facial that 006 got in the movie, it's just it is just a very unique special form of toxicity.
It's hilarious that the fall didn't kill him, and they made sure in the script the fall didn't kill him. There was more to come.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Talk about rubbing it in, you know. You're going to die from the fall anyway, but let's just make sure you know you're going to be finished.
You might slowly bleed to death. You should have been dead. You maybe have about 5 more minutes, but don't worry. We're going to speed it up for you.
We're going to speed things up a bit for you. Yeah.
In a way, it's a very Canon Films type of death. It wasn't enough that you fell to the ground. You need to have something gigantic fall on you next. It's kind of like, when you get like in a Canon film, you get shot up 100 times, but wait, that's not enough. We need to throw a grenade at you next after we shot you 100 times over. It's a Canon Films type of death. Oh, so good. So freaking good. Yeah. Oh, and the images of the telescope collapsing in the movie. Oh, I did not know that.
He just took the biggest blast in the face of all right there.
And Darth Viewer early on says his toxicity or toxicity is 8. Highest Bond girls in this one. Great story as well. It is a great story. I agree on that. I am all about how cool the story is. But I won't say my rankings yet. But that will be for the Rumble side, because I gotta leave you wanting. I gotta build the anticipation. It wouldn't be me to just do that. It wouldn't be. No, it's great to see that. And then the last I'm Invincible Pro.
That's right.
No.
This is funny as well. Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. But
This stuff's hilarious. Yeah.
Looks like you won't be coming no more, Alan Cumming. Oh.
No.
I love how as Bond and our other lady. Oh, we forgot one thing: the brutal death of Famke Janssen. Yeah. That last fight where it seems like she
got squeezed
to have a rare upper hand. Oh yeah, Bond said she did enjoy a good squeeze. I was like, oh my god. But bro, what a brutal death for her, man. Having the freaking helicopter come down, just her body just launches right up against the tree, nailing her back. You're like, bro. And it shows you that's how much needed to be done in order to keep her down. Because she did not go down easily. Fucking crazy.
Well, that's not what I've heard, but
wow, 70s. That was amazing. Seriously. I love how all the guys are hidden there waiting to just pop out of the bush.
Yeah.
It's also where they all just could go watch the two make out if no one ever said anything. Where they all just gonna stand there and watch because this is awkward for us to all be here watching Bond make out with this chick. And there's like 4.
Well, they're all experts at hiding out in the bush.
Oh, I know. They know how to hide in bush.
Look at that. You can't see anything in the bush there, and then all of a sudden they pop out.
Like, yeah, it's a
very Tropic Thunder.
Men hiding in bushes. Very toxic. Very toxic. These dudes not hiding in each other's bush. Like that takes specialty to do, to hide in bushes like that.
It's the last straw there.
And I think this is, to my knowledge, the only Bond movie that of the Brosnan era that doesn't close with him laying beside a lady or macking it with a lady.
Making a joke
that
about
happens
it.
later. That happens later. Trust me.
That's
I know.
the very last scene. I think.
No, but he's gotta come on.
Oh, we all know he does.
Yeah.
But
not
it's
yet. he doesn't get to re-enter. There's no attempt at re-entry.
There's no attempt at re-entry. They said it would take 12 minutes for re-entry in this one.
This one doesn't have a comical line like the Christmas Jones line, stuff like that. This one's just, a
little more PC here.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it was PC.
Well, yeah. When this came out, there was a lot of talk on how can Bond still be Bond. Unfortunately,
I don't feel like, and I'm sure that the conversation was that, but I don't think that reason was why it was done. It was just some movies don't end like that. I mean, that's
but I'm saying that
the more
some of us read into that because of the time, the time. So
the time, of course, absolutely.
Like today, maybe you're like we're like hypersensitive.
Oh, I blame Daniel Craig for that. I don't blame PCs. I blame
not
Daniel
just with
Craig.
Bond, but with everything. It's like, and maybe that wasn't the motivation, but when you hear a scene or see a scene and kind of get you pissed off, you're like. So, no, this movie's really does a great job of relaunching the Bond franchise, and as they were saying in the making of, it just shows that we don't need the Soviet Union anymore. We can still write a good, have a good adventure story. So, it was a lot of fun. Yep.
Well, what can I say, Mark? It was standard operating procedure. Boys with toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Anyways, fellow dudes, guys, and what's up, awesome one? In a few minutes, we're going to be transitioning on over to Rumble. We're going to give out our toxic scores here, but we're going to watch the videos over on Rumble. All right, so for those of you who want to have the link out so we can watch clips from the movie, we got like 8 or 9 clips from the movie, so it's a good few minutes of movie. That is the Rumble link. Thanks to Mark, we got a lot of clips up. And we're going to play them. So it'll be fun. And it'll be diabolically huge. And Action Com for $10. Woo! Holy crap. With the exception of the Diet Coke commercials, the movie that showed that Pierce Brosnan could do a spy thriller is called The Fourth Protocol. He plays a murderous KGB agent.
It's a good one, yeah.
And Mecha J says toxic 10 and D-Bud toxicity 8. Holy shit. Thank you, Action Con, for that 10. Thank you guys. Almost a $50 night. I appreciate that. You guys are too kind to me. Too kind to me. Haven't had
yes,
that like
you are all too kind to him. Be nasty to him.
Be very
be more nasty. Okay.
You can always be nasty.
He likes it rough. Nick likes it rough.
You can call me gay and retarded. Then you can send me super chats for $2 just as you are gay and retarded. And I will welcome it. I'll welcome gay and retarded super chats. So I'm just saying. Thank you to Action Com. That is quite huge. All right. So, Mark, what is your toxic score on Goldeneye?
Yeah, I think this is probably like a 7, I think. It's great return to form for Bond, right? He starts right off. He beds the agent who's supposed to be evaluating him, right from the top, and he's just the guy's guy in this movie, right? So he's got the guns, he's got the ladies, he's got the stunts. It's a manly man. Yeah, he's the man. He's a manly man, right? In this movie. So and of course all the we do have Bond girls still that look gorgeous, right? And you've got a Bond girl named Anya Top, right? One of the better names of a Bond girl, right? With that. I got to clip that maybe be the last clip. It's like the name's Bond, James Bond, Zina Zargina on the top, on the top.
But
she's one of the more toxic parts of the movie, really. If you think about it. Not the guys.
Yeah, she is probably the most toxic. Yeah, so the ladies get it done in this movie. So but probably about a 7. Yeah, it's just a great return to form because everyone was worried about it too, right? It's been a long time. People are gonna want to still see a Bond movie, and I mean, look how toxic the first stunt was with that bungee jump. I mean, today would be all CGI and look like crap, or maybe they could do it right, but just you can't. I mean, the stuntmen actually did that, and I think at the time it set a world record for the longest bungee jump or something crazy like that. So I mean, it's a kick-ass scene, and you can believe Bond doing it. Like, you know, Bond, you know, and then he gets into the what's another toxic scene? Get into that tank. Like, who wouldn't want to drive a tank around someday and just run over everyone that gets in
I've always wanted
way?
to do that. Yeah,
right. You damn rubberneckers, get out, keep driving, or you're not going to give me a
try
speeding ticket.
tailgating me now, you fucker.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah. So definitely a solid 7 with this one. Yeah, love this movie. Yeah, or I should have gone 6.9 like Side for Chaos.
Yeah, another super chat.
We'll acknowledge it.
I didn't. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see it.
Canadian Spider-Man says we have a bonfire going on outside. We're watching all of it. Dude, that is fucking cool.
Well, I don't
man.
know if it's. I don't know what the weather's like where you, and I know where you live. Roughly speaking, Canadian Spider-Man, but it's colder than a witch's tit here, so it must be pretty fucking cold there too.
He's also he's a Canadian Spider-Man. He does whatever Canadian Spider-Man can. Hey, great to see a Canadian. Jonathan 93 Mega gives a toxicity an 8. And then Side for Chaos for $10. Holy shit. And he says toxicity 6.9 just because like 69 dudes. Dude, thank you, Sai. I appreciate that, man. Becoming a member and throwing the super chats like I'm a damn stripper. I'm not worthy, but I will welcome it, sir. You're the man. And see if there's any toxic scores on Rumble. There is not. All right, 70s. Why don't you do your toxic score?
I don't think it's. I mean, it's got standard Bond toxicity built in. I don't think it's particularly got anything super toxic on top of.
It gets more toxic as the Brosnan movies go on.
It does. I think so. Yeah, I think this one played it fairly safe on the toxicity front. I mean,
they were buttering us
up. I think
up.
him banging the psychologist after frightening the shit out of her was pretty toxic in the car, or whatever she was, psychologist assessing him, whatever. And on the top's pretty toxic, but I still don't think it reaches super high level. Well, I guess. Mini Driver getting told to get off the stage by Robbie Coltrane was fairly misogynistic too. But I think I could probably, in all honesty, only give it a 6 for toxicity. Not as much as some of the later Bronsons.
Even though I agree, it gets more toxic as it goes on. I have Bronsons. See, I do disagree on the 6, but hey, I'll let you have that. Why I say that? Because
imagine Charles Bronson as Bond. That would be good.
It would be. No, you're good. For me, I'm going to go with an 8. You know why? We saw Alay sing a song called "Stand by Your Man," and then within a few minutes, being told to take a hike immediately later.
That was toxic.
And then there's the sight of the vagina shot, and then the fact that 006, like he suffered a big, giant, mighty facial. And fought on a pole and still fucking lost. And he got shafted at the end. First he took a shot to the face, and then his whole body got shafted. Then he was shafted. So he got completely shafted. So if anything, I think this movie deserves about an 8 for its toxicity because he went from a facial to a full body shot.
And Sean Bean is from Yorkshire, and that's pretty toxic, to be honest. It's almost as bad as being Welsh.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with an 8 for the toxicity. So I feel like Brosnan movies were buttering us up with the toxicity. As it went on, it got more crazy, and that's great. So 8 and 8 for me. That's another thing. The fact that he didn't give a fuck about what M said. It was just like okay, and so fucking what? Like that, it is what it is, lady. Okay. So 8 and 8 for me from Vulcan Lives. Okay. So toxic scores have been said. I'm going to post the Rumble link one more time for you dudes. And so you guys can come transition with us over to watch it on Rumble. For those who don't transition with us, I thank you for being with us for a part of the show. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for becoming members, super chats. Absolutely killer. Thank you guys. I do appreciate that shit.
There's a Rumble rant.
Link. And
Let's
then
read
there's
the
a
Rumble.
Rumble. Oh, Deeple 101.
Let's read
with
that
the-
out before we fully transition.
Yeah,
to
before we fully transition, we got Deeple 101, a $1 Rumble rant says, have a happy Thanksgiving all. Been lurking, trying to go to bed while listening to the show. I give GoldenEye a 6, but GoldenEye is one of the best N64 games, so it gets a 10 for that. Toodles all. Hey, Deeple, happy Thanksgiving, man. Appreciate the dollar.
Cheers, Deeple.
And you're the man, dude. And hey, blah blah blah. Just get some rest, dude. You survive listening to us tonight. That's a bit of a mission. Thank you, sir.
We didn't put you to
for
sleep.
That. Right? That's a
pretty
miracle in itself.
We did our job.
But thank you, JT Kirk, Action Com, Sci for Chaos for the super chats and for the memberships. I appreciate that, guys. But we're going to be transitioning on over to Rumble exclusively. So that's the Rumble. Come transition with us there. We will watch video clips and we'll do quick rankings of our Bond Brosnan movies. So it'll be right over there. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week for episode 198. We will be talking Deadpool next week. Until then, goodbye, good fight, good night. See you on Rumble.